Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. It is our favourite JoyToy Warhammer 40k time. I have got here the latest two Chaos Space Marines Black Legion Havoc Marines. These are the two latest releases. They came yesterday. And I've taken the cellophane off, so ready to unbox and have a look. So have a look at the boxes first. Models look fantastic. It looks like that claw. This might be articulated. I hope it is. If it's not, then never mind. Looks really good, but we know they're going to suffer from articulation issues because of the bulk. And I can see that claw is articulated. It's at a different angle there. It looks fantastic. Paint apps look good in the pictures. This figure looks awesome. I love those feet they've got there too. The other one, it looks really cool as well. Very, very nice. Seems to be appears to be the same head from what I can tell as the other one. Looks really cool. Comes with alternate hands. Big ass gun there. Looks very nice, and those same very cool feet. This one is 12.8 cm and this one is 13 cm. That goes to the top of the accessory on the back, the backpack normally. Okay, so nothing to do apart from to unbox these, set these up, and let's take a closer look. So let's get into this. Okay, here they are, and they do look really, really good. Now, I've got one issue with one of them, and he's missing a small, tiny piece. So I'll look at that in a moment and I'll point it out. But first, let's take a close look at the figures. Here's the first one with this huge, great big gun here. And look at the shells in that. That is massive. Looks good. The heads aren't exactly the same. There is a little bit difference on the heads. I thought they were the same, but we'll see that in a second. Looks really, really good. I have to say, I do like that a lot. Just that it feels a bit lazy on the iconography on the pauldron there. More of a shiny gold, I think, would have been better. Very, very nice looking. Love the face on this side. And that ammo belt chain looks phenomenal. The only problem is these shells are bigger than the gap, so they wouldn't actually come out of there. So, you know, that's, but never mind. That's just me being very, very picky. I'm just happy to get a great figure like this. Looks good. And you can see you can pose, and this guy's been posed already, but his ankles are a bit loose. He wants to fall over. He does look fantastic. Okay, next guy. This is the guy with the bit missing. Don't know if any of you guys would have spot that straight away. So let's get a little focus in. So again, we come round from the sides to claw on the back. We come to him there, the rocket launcher, and this rocket does come out. But it's very loose, so it will drop out if you're not careful. Very good colouring. I love with those pipes and stuff, though. Some differential, I guess is the word. Some difference in the colouring in the inside of the pipe and the outside would have been better, but something you can do yourself. Okay, what's missing is on his claw here. This rocket just dropped out. He's missing the inside attachment. There's nothing here. Something should be there. So you can see that. There are pins there. Can I focus on that? Let's try and get a focus on that. There are pins. There we go. But nothing is attached to them. So I'll have to contact the seller and maybe JoyToy directly and see. But he does look fantastic. You see the head's different. He's got this sort of pipe with yellow and black. The other guy doesn't have that, but they are similar heads. Again, he can also pose and stand up really, really well. Okay, so articulation. So on the back, these are fixed. The nozzles on this sort of backpack, on the ones that are straight in, they do move. Here, let's take this gun off. His arms would go all the way around. There's a small ratchet, but they will clash onto the backpack. Lateral raise, again, they should be attaching these lower down on the arm. It's not great. Bicep bend, however, is great despite the pauldron. Wrist goes in every direction because it's a barbell joint. Head is a left and a right, a small forwards and backwards, and a small side to side. There is trunk. He can turn, he can dip, he can twist. Thighs don't go far because of the armour on the splits. Forwards and backwards. Well, forwards is right, backwards is not, really. There is a thigh twist. I should point out that these guys do have a bicep twist. There's a thigh twist, there's a double kneecap, but it can't get much tighter due to the bulk of the legs. But it's about 90 degrees, but it leads you to this really ugly sort of kneecap area there. There is a boot turn, boot twist, small tippy toe, and a very tiny dorsiflexation. The articulation for both will be the same. The only way to differentiate it is to take the backpacks off. It's quite hard for him to hold his gun. I might have to swap his hands around at one point. You need to get the, well, for me I found it easy to get the top hand in first. Do that by the thumb and then the fingers. And then the back hand holding the handle where the trigger is after. That was quite quick. So for this guy, let's do his articulation. So yes, his claw does move up, or whatever it is, and it does straighten out as well, and it does move from the top. So that's really quite cool. It's on a ball, so it does have some motion, but it will pop off. Now this was actually not in the, this was in a plastic bag separate to the shrink wrapped plastic where the other parts fit into. Arms, again, will be the same on the articulation. The trunk is better because he's got less bulk in his armor. Legs, slightly better. Forwards and backwards. Backwards is better, forwards is about the same. And then everything else is pretty much identical in terms of articulation. But it's a great looking figure. I'm just so annoyed about that part missing there. Where is that part? I need that part. I want my part. So I shall be taking a picture of this and contacting the JoyToy Taobao shop saying, look, I'm missing a part. He looks great. How do they compare to other figures? Well, I will get a couple of 40k figures to do a comparison. First up, I'll use the Invicta Warsuit pilot from the Ultramarines version because he's on hand and he's a good size regular Space Marine, and you can see that they far more bulky and chunky and a little bit taller. Even this guy who looks shorter, but his legs are splayed. Next up, I'll use a very chunky 40k figure. I'll use the Blood Angels Aggressor. Boing. And now we can see that the Aggressor is taller and he is slightly more bulky too. And to give an idea, compared to a normal figure, I will use a Doomsday Awakening figure, who's JoyToy as well, and he looks like he could almost be a kid. There he is, tiny. And I will also use my Dr. Sloan from Fortnite, who again is looking tiny in comparison. These are great figures. They are made for pose and display, not so much for play. You know, they've got enough posability, enough articulation to put them into poses, you know, for displaying nicely, even some diorama stuff. But with the bulk they've got, it's going to be more limited, and we expect that anyway. Though I keep saying to JoyToy, please join the Poldens lower down to be better articulation. But never mind, don't watch my videos, obviously. Okay, this is Awesome Action Toys. I'm saying please like, share, subscribe. Consider joining the Patreon to support the channel. I'll be back soon with more videos for you guys. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye-bye.